full disclosure, I'm on day 2 of my period and I'm not in the mood for, an intense workout. And I thought a prenatal friendly full body flow would be perfect for my body today, as well as prenatal bodies. So you're gonna start standing at the back of your mat with a roll down, tucking chin to chest, slowly rolling shoulders forward, soft bending those knees, reaching for your toes. Take it nice and slow. And take a moment here, stretching the back of the legs and low spine. Let the head be heavy, nod yes, and shake your head no. And then walk out to your downward dog. And then shifting forward, you're going to lower your knees to hover above the mat with a nice flat neutral spine. And then press back down dog. Stretch those calves. Lower the knees, shift forward, lift the head, and just take it back and forth a few times here. Take it nice and slow. I know these shifts from inversion to neutral spine might be a little intense if you're pregnant for blood flow, perhaps dizziness, so take it nice and slow, whatever pace feels good for you today. Let's do one more. Stretch those hips nice and high. And then lower to hover the knees. And then from here, make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. We're going to twist and twist. Feeling those obliques, pivoting through your toes. Twist, and you're almost tapping that lower knee to the mat. Strong through all of your fingertips, so there isn't too much weight in your wrists. Separate those shoulders. Keep twisting for 6, 4, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Drop the spine, cat-cow. Really separate those sit bones here. Lift the gaze. And then round that spine. Tuck that pubic bone under. Gaze at the belly button. And switch. Whole belly in and back. And then taking it in circular motions. Whatever feels good today, whatever your body needs, stretch it out, move it out. And then coming back to a neutral spine. So knees right under those hips, hands under your shoulders. We're going to start with just lifting that left arm long. Plug belly in. And then reach it back and overhead. Back and overhead. Pressing really strong through that right hand on the floor. Core is engaged. Keep your weight central through your hips here, so you're not overcompensating and leaning to the right too much. Last 2. Last 1, we're going to hold that arm back. Hinge at the elbow and press, like you're flicking a ball up to the ceiling. Keep that elbow nice and high. Flick, flick. My stabilizing arm here is getting tired. for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Let's reach that left arm long again. And then we extend the right leg as well. Pull it in, knee to elbow, and reach. Pull in and reach. Just exhale on every rep. Let's go for 4 more. Lengthen and round. Length, pull belly in. Last 2. Last 1. Nice job. Let's stretch back to a child's pose before we switch. Little recovery. And work your way back up to hands and knees. Here we go. Pull belly in, neutral spine. Reach right arm long overhead and press back along the side. So you're flipping palm to face the direction of the movement. It's amazing how quickly the shoulders get tired. Keep pulling belly in. Make sure you're not leaning too much to the left. Press strong through all fingers on the floor. Takes a little pressure out of the wrist. Last 2. Last 1. Hold that arm back by your side. Hinge at the elbow and flick towards the ceiling. Keep that elbow nice and high. Hinge and flick. Think about a nice long line from the crown of your head to your sit bones. Keep flicking for 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach that arm long. Left leg reaches. Round, pull it in, knee to elbow, and reach. Nice job. Use your breath. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's take the arms over to the left side of your mat or on the floor beyond the mat, and then sit back to your child's pose. Really inch those fingertips away, elongating the right side of the body here. And walk those hands over beyond the right side of your mat and sit back, child's pose. Inch those fingers away, find lots of length through the left side of the body, feeling that stretch right under the left armpit area. And breathe. And coming back through center, back up to hands and knees. We're going to go back to lengthening left arm, right leg. We're going to take those limbs out wide so they're reaching at a long diagonal here. And then we come back to center, lower, tap mat, lift. Wide, long diagonal, back to center, tap, and lift. Really challenges the core to stay stable. Really adding in more of a challenge in the obliques and glutes. Slow, controlled movements. They look easy. They're quite challenging. Keep pulling belly in. long spine. Reach. Diagonal reach. Back to center. Tap and lift. 2 more. Nice job. Last one. Nice work. We're going to go right into the other side. Reach limbs nice and long. Out wide, diagonal reach. Back through center. Lower to tap and lift. Wide. Back. Lower and lift. Try to keep your weight centered as you reach diagonally. It's really challenging. Keep using your breath. Don't forget to breathe. Three more. Wide. Back. In. Last 2. Last 1. Nice job. Coming up to kneeling. Let's take the right leg wide, hands behind your head. You're going to side bend to the left, reach that arm towards the floor, lift up through center and switch. Reach down the leg, up through center. Side bends on both sides. You add that reach. All of these movements are really full body. We've got arms, core, glutes, legs. Really lifting back through center from your core. So think about initiating this movement always from that center powerhouse. Rather than thinking, oh, I gotta lift my head, lift my neck, think lift core and then the head and neck follow. Get that nice inner thigh stretch here. 2 more. Think up and over as if there's a block here. You have to go over. Last one. Maybe I added a bonus one, I'm not sure. Nice job. Roll those shoulders out. Switch and get that left leg out wide. All right, here we go. Shoulders are tired, hands back behind the head. Side bend up and over. Reach, back, and lift. Side bend, reach, and lift. Initiating the movement from your center. And lift. If you smile, you might feel like you're having more fun. Just gotta fake it till you make it. Increase the endorphins by smiling. Let's get 3 more in here. Last 2. Challenge yourself, go a little farther. Last one. Reach for your mat. And lift. Get that nice stretch here. Awesome. You're going to swing those legs around. Feet into the mat. Let's have your hands behind you, fingertips are facing towards you. You're going to lift those hips up,
Feel nice width through the front of your chest, your shoulders here. So you're lifting hips as high as you can. We're going to alternate lifting knee up. Lift, keeping a bent leg. So you just want to get that femur straight up on top of the hip, perpendicular there, 90-degree angle here and under the knee. Lift from the core. Exhale as you lift each leg. Keep those hips lifted. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Sit down, lengthen the legs out, reach for your toes, stretch it out. All right, hands back behind you, feet back into the mat. You're going to keep hips low now. You're just going to hover them above your mat. And then send elbows back for tricep dips. This is a really nice stretch through the front of the shoulders for me. Tap and lift. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Lengthen those legs out again. Reach it forward. Stretch it out. Sit nice and tall, arms out wide. Twist and reach for that outer pinky toe. Come back through center, twist and reach. One more time each side. Lovely. Coming down to your left side. You're going to be propped up on your forearm. Bottom leg is bent. Nice long spine. Stacking hips, stacking your ribs, and shoulder above your elbow here. That top leg is just going to flex forward, point back. Swing it forward and back, keeping a tall spine. So you don't want to get to the point where your ribs are coming forward to swing that leg back. You want to keep them in line with your hips. So limit the range of motion there. Just use the glute to extend that leg as far back as you can, while keeping your core really stable here. So think of ribs in line with the pelvis. So your torso shouldn't be swinging back and forth with that leg. Flex forward, point back. Keep that leg in line with your hip, so it's not swinging lower or higher. Hip height. And then we'll switch to a bicycle leg. So you're bending in, rotating around in a circle. Just keeping pointed toes. Stay lifted on this bottom shoulder. Make sure you're not sinking into it. Keep bottom rib lifted. That top hand can be on the mat for a little support, or on your hip, on your head, whatever feels most comfortable to you. That glute med is feeling it. Let's switch direction of that bike pedaling. So we go down and around. Feel it burn for 3, 2, and 1. Lastly, reach it back. Now we are letting that hip go as you reach forward. Torso's involved now, twisting through the spine. It's diagonal reach from hands to toes. And then swinging around. Opposite way, open up And then reach, diagonal, and switch. Twisting through that spine. This one's great for digestion. Finding lots of length through that spine. Reach. Glute med is also definitely working hard here. Keep that leg in line or with hip height. 2 more. Nice job, last one. Awesome, coming up to your Z-sit, keeping that shin here in front of you. Right shin reaching back. Side bends up and over each side. Try to keep those hip bones anchored or reaching for your mat. One more each side. Lovely. Swinging around to the other side on your forearm. Bottom leg is bent. Top leg flexes forward, points back. Leg is hip height. We're lifting bottom rib. We're keeping ribs in line with the pelvis. So torso is not swinging back and forth. We're not sinking into that top shoulder here. We flex and point. Flex forward, point back. Use that glute to get as far back as you can. But don't force it by rotating that torso. Two more. Bicycle, bend it in and around. Point those toes. Switch direction. Down and up and around. Pedaling backwards. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach it back at a diagonal, reach that arm. And then open up, rolling that top shoulder back, swinging leg forward. And switch, reach, twisting through the spine. Keep that leg hip height even though it's getting tired. Four more. Make sure you're not sinking into the bottom shoulder. Last 2. Last one. Reach and open up. Nice job. Press up to your Z-sit. Left shin reaches back. Counter stretch here. Find lots of length in the side body. Switch. Reach that hip oppositionally away from your fingertips. One more each side. Switch. Coming to sit crisscross here. Whew. Big inhale, reach arms up overhead, coming into prayer. Exhale, prayer down to your heart. Closing your eyes for a moment here. Just taking in all of that lovely movement, feeling warm in the body, lots of tingling, muscles recovering from all that work. Oh, and I hope you're feeling good. Thanks for joining me.